Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, self-care, body care. If you like all that, please subscribe because I have many videos coming up. And I am a mother of 3. I do lifestyle vlogs, home videos, home decor, cooking, and I have a separate channel for that. So if that is something that you are interested in, I will be linking it in the description box below. In today's video, I am going to be doing another declutter video because I have been decluttering a lot. I have been selling a lot. I have been bringing in a lot of new fragrances, and I've just been playing around a lot with some of my older fragrances that I had in my collection. And there's just some that I can't do anymore. Either I used to love them and now I just don't reach for them anymore. But I don't want to get too deep into the notes. I am going to still be posting the notes for you guys like I always do. Let's start off with fragrances that I already sold and I don't have them. And then I do have a few here that I will show you guys. But the first one that I'm going to talk about is Jessica Simpson's Fancy Forever. And I'll put a picture here, and I will also be putting up the notes. This fragrance, the minute I usually save a lot of fragrances to do blind buy hauls, but then there are some that I just can't wait and I want to smell them, and I just spray the box. I sprayed the box for that fragrance and all I got was a very sharp, like a blackberry or a black currant. I don't remember exactly which note it is, but it was unbearable for me. I couldn't do that fragrance. That blackberry was so prominent in that fragrance, and not in like a sweet way. It was like in a tart, sour way on the box and on my skin. And it's just, I think it's the mix of the blackberry and the lychee. Something just wasn't working for me in that fragrance. So it was just almost like a sour fragrance on my skin, and I just couldn't do that one. There's also magnolia in that fragrance, which was probably too sharp for me. And it just gave me a headache, and when they give me a headache, I just can't do it. So that one was sold and it was gone. The next one that I'm going to talk about is La Nuit Tresor, and it's the original EDP version. And I'm going to be listing the notes. And this fragrance, is not that I didn't like it, but I feel like maybe it's either the climate here. It's just not the type of perfume that I want to wear here. The incense in this fragrance was a little bit too much for me. It almost smelled like something. I don't want to make it sound bad because I'm sure that maybe in colder weather that would be a really nice fragrance, but it just almost smelled like something that is like dusty and old to me. Like when you open up like an old book, like that scent that you get from there. I don't know, that's just what I got from it. I didn't really get any of the sweet notes in that fragrance. My nose went straight to the, I believe there was like spices in there, there was patchouli in there, incense, licorice. There was very strong notes in that fragrance, and I wanted to love it because I have a few from the Tresor line that I absolutely love, but that one was one that I just couldn't do, and I already sold that one as well. The next fragrance that I got rid of is Ariana Grande's Sweet Like Candy. And this scent, there is nothing wrong with it at all. It's a cute scent. It's really sweet, really playful. I just feel like it was taking up so much room in my, like where I store my perfumes, and I wasn't reaching for it. And it just smelled a little bit too juvenile for me. And you guys know I don't like using that word because you wear whatever you want. But I'm 30. I just turned 30, and I just feel like it's something that maybe a younger girl would wear, like a teenager. It smells really good. It's just not something that I'm going to be reaching for in my collection. I really love the packaging of it. I love the little like poof ball in it. I find it super cute. But I do prefer the Ari one because that one's more of like a sticky sweet, but it has a little bit of like more character to it. This one is just sweet, sweet, sweet. There was nothing to like smooth it out for me. So I just kept Ari. I kept Thank You Next because I do like the coconut note in that one. and I kept Cloud because I love Cloud, and I think that's all the ones that I have from her. The next scent was in my spring perfumes, and I couldn't believe that I had to get rid of this one because I had just finished talking about it. And the reason why I put it in that video was because I wore that one when I lived in Tampa. So I went to go reach for that one because I have been using all of those fragrances that I recommended for spring. I put them on display so that I can wear them for spring, and like so that I could wear them for the spring season. And I reached for the Candy Yum Yum. I sprayed it on myself like how I always have done, and I couldn't handle that scent this time. I sprayed this, and I sprayed it. I overspray my scents. I overspray. And in an hour, my skin smelled like nothing. It was gone. But on my clothes, it lasted until the next day on my clothes. So if you do want that fragrance, if you do like that fragrance, spray it on your clothes so that it lasts longer. The reason here why it didn't work for me was because I was getting this like pine note or like a spicy note that I didn't pick up when I lived in Tampa. I don't know what changed, but or maybe it's just that my nose has changed from all the fragrances that I have been, you know, buying and smelling. It gave off like a pine note, like a spicy weird note, and I didn't really like it too much. And I picked that up more than the guava, which I used to pick up more guava. I didn't pick up that much guava now, so I just got rid of it because I knew that I was not going to reach for it anymore since I did have that experience with it. We have another one. This is a pretty big declutter because I got rid of a lot. The next one that I got rid of is Givenchy's L'interdit, and this is the EDT version. I've had this fragrance for a while now, and I only used it maybe 2 to 3 times, and I'm not the biggest fan of tuberose, and I'm not the biggest fan of the tuberose in that fragrance. Only reason why I was kind of like keeping it or holding on to it was because every time that I would wear it, my husband always seemed to like that one, and he would compliment me on that one, but I didn't really like it on myself too much. It's a very pretty, classy smell. I think that it's very feminine, very put together, polished type of fragrance. It's just not for me. The next one is one that gets raved about so much here on YouTube, and I wanted to love it. It is a celebrity fragrance, and it is Jennifer Lopez Miami Glow. I heard so much good stuff about that one, and I figured, okay, since I'm living here in Puerto Rico now and I'm gonna be going to the beach, I want to get like that beachy vibe, and I went ahead and I ordered it. And that fragrance, everyone talks about that fragrance as the perfect tropical coconutty scent. When I sprayed that on my skin, all I got was a sharp mosquito repellent type of fragrance. It was the passion fruit that was very like, again, like a sour passion fruit on my skin, and it just did not work out. And I tried that one a lot. I tried that one, I would say, like on 4 different occasions, and it just didn't work out. And that one I gave it to my sister-in-law when she came to visit me. It just reminded me of like a Raid spray or like a mosquito repellent or something, and it was not good for me. Okay, so these I do have. I think I sold already a few of them. I just finished getting this in the mail, and I already want it out of my life. No. And this is Roberto Cavalli Eau de Parfum. I got it because I've been really into Orange Blossom lately, so I figured, ooh, that sounds like it's gonna be a good one. I tested it today and I can't. This is the bottle. I get the Orange Blossom, but I get the Pink Pepper, and you guys know that I've been having problems with certain fragrances. If they have too much Pink Pepper, it's a no for me, and this gave me a headache this morning. Like, it almost took me a while for me to decide to shower and film and stuff, because this morning I was just sick to my stomach from this fragrance. Oh god, I can't do it. I can't do it. So This one has to go. Another one that I'm getting rid of, and this one almost has like, this one is like almost very like sentimental to me. This one is Gucci Guilty. This was the fragrance that I think opened up my eyes to like the fragrance world. I've always liked perfumes, I've always had perfumes, but I got this, not to get too personal, but I bought this fragrance when I had just gotten a divorce, when I was in my early 20s. I was single and I was just ready to like start a new chapter in my life, and that was in 2014. And I bought this fragrance and I had crazy like party nights with this fragrance. I'm single, ready to mingle type of thing. It's very I still love it. It's very sexy, very like a cold fragrance. It's not warm, it's not that type of, it's not sweet or anything. It's like a fresh, spicy, sexy fragrance. And I went through like 3 bottles of this, and then recently I bought this one, and I was like, you know, that's like a favorite, I always have to have it. And lately when I go to put it on, it just doesn't do it for me no more. Like, it, maybe I just need like a break from it, even though I did hear that this one got discontinued. But, and I already sold this one, by the way, I have to ship it out. But I just feel like my relationship with Gucci Guilty is done. The next one, oh my god, I was so excited for this fragrance and I couldn't get into this. And this is YSL's Cinema. I really wanted to like it because one of the notes is the amaryllis flower, which is my name, and I thought that I was gonna love it. It actually smells a little nicer now, but I know that I'm not gonna be able to wear it, because the reason why is because it gave me a little bit of a headache. The opening of this for me is straight up clementine, very like citrusy opening, and then when it finally does start to dry down, the florals come in, and the florals are a little bit too sharp and screechy for me. And finally, when it does dry down, that I get that vanilla, it's already like too late, because I had to go through the citrus and the florals, and then by then I probably already have a headache. And then you finally get to like this really nice vanilla scent, but I could just get it from a different vanilla fragrance that's a little bit warmer and doesn't have that many florals. But if you like florals, like a vanilla with florals, this is a good one to check out. But remember that it has that citrusy opening. This one I already sold, and this one was in one of my hauls, and this one is Aquolina's Pink Sugar. This one, the licorice note in here, it's just like a little, it smells like chemicals to me. It's like, it's just a weird fragrance. It's not something like horrible or terrible, but it's something that doesn't make too much sense for me. Like, I don't know what to make out of this one. It has like this chemical vibe to it, but then it has the sweetness. And ever since I tried out the Sexual Sugar, that one just is pretty much this, but smoother, and just, it makes more sense. It's a little softer, it's just perfect. This one, it just, I couldn't do this one. So this one I already sold it, because I am getting rid of the Stella McCartney Pop, which I, since the beginning, since smelling this one in the blind buy haul, I just couldn't get into it, and I just haven't reached for it at all. So I know that I'm not gonna use this one. It's just, I don't even know what to say about it. It has like this tomato leaf note, and I talked about it in the haul, that it's like a nice girly fragrance. I thought that it was gonna work out like to go to the gym or to wear during the daytime, but that little, like that tomato leaf note just comes in for a while and just smells kind of weird on the skin, and it's just not something that I enjoyed. So I'm getting rid of that one. And the last one is also one that I've had for This is my second or third bottle of this one, and this one is a rose fragrance, and this is Givenchy's Very Irresistible. And I think someone recommended this one to me, and I got confused with one of the other ones in the line because I do want to try those. I've heard that they're very sweet and very fruity. This one is like the rose one. It has rose in it. I love this fragrance. It's just that I'm not reaching for it either. It's a nice fragrance. It's like a rose fragrance, and it's very like classy, pretty, elegant, not too mature but not too young. It's nice. It's just not one that I'm going to reach for anymore, so I'm getting rid of this one as well. So that was a lot of fragrances that I decluttered. That is it for this declutter video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you do like any of this scents, remember that this is just my experience with them. I would never ever, you know, say that a fragrance is disgusting or not to buy a fragrance, because everyone's skin is different. We have different skin chemistry, pH, and different noses and different likes, and it's just so much that goes into it that this is just my experience with these fragrances. Even though this one will always be my baby in my mind, I'm just done with this one. But Gucci Guilty was my love. I just outgrew this one. So yeah, that is all for today. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this declutter video. Comment down below, and that is going to be it. I will see you guys in the next one.